Welcome to another edition of The Greater Work, the audio outreach of Christ Worker Ministries. Listen in as experienced employee and minister, Sean Gibson brings biblical insights to help you worship God both in and with your labor. Now, let's get to work. Every day, we are put up against expectations that either drive us or suffocate us. Having worked in professional sales for all of my career, I've worked under sales quotas that have determined my success. If you're not familiar with sales quotas, they're a certain dollar figure of sales that a company expects you to reach in order to meet their sales expectations. I've had months where I overachieved my quota, and sadly there have been many months where I missed hitting my quota completely. Maybe you're held to productivity goals. If you work in the production side of things, you may have a specific amount of products or services that you have to render in order to remain gainfully employed with your company. Whatever the method that's used to determine your performance, companies will always have a set standard that we as employees are measured against. Being a Christian and becoming more Christ-like is no different. As Christians, our goal to be Christ-like can only be fulfilled by allowing the Holy Spirit to have His way in our life, and that also includes our work life. One of the questions I've been asked a lot is, how do I know if I'm becoming more Christ-like in my work environment? I'll answer that by reading Galatians 5, verses 22 through 25. But before we do that, and yes, that is about the fruit of the Spirit, there is a key word in that section that I really want to take a closer look at. The word fruit in the original Greek language is the word karpos. This word not only means fruit, but it can also be defined as results or net gain. So now with that understanding, let's read Galatians 5. The fruit or the results and net gain of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, goodness, kindness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. And those who belong to Christ have crucified the flesh with all of its passions and desires. If we live by the Spirit, let's keep in step with the Holy Spirit. Now, after reading that, in measuring Christ-likeness in your life, your level of spiritual maturity is going to be graded on 1, the Holy Spirit showing love, joy, and peace through you at your workplace. It's also going to be graded on the Holy Spirit demonstrating patience and kindness through you with difficult people at work. And then also, it's going to be graded on the Holy Spirit helping you to display goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control with your coworkers and clients, both great and small. As much as I hate to make our Christian walk sound performance-oriented, there is a degree of performance expected by Christ Himself. One day when we get to glory, we will be rewarded upon our works here on earth. The best way to make sure that you are doing your part for the kingdom is to allow the Holy Spirit to work in and through you in a Christ-like way. Over the next several weeks, we are going to explore how the Holy Spirit can demonstrate these results in a way that can only come by fellowshipping with Him in your pursuit for Christ-likeness. Join me as we begin our new series called The Results of the Holy Spirit at Work. Thanks for listening to The Greater Work, a Christ Worker Ministries podcast. The Greater Work is supported by hardworking listeners just like you. To learn more about Christ Worker Ministries and how you can become part of our growing outreach, visit christworker.org.